Hey there everybody, it's TheRooster here, and I have some more Uncharted 3 beta gameplay for you guys. Now this is a TDM match on Airstrip, and I have chosen the Dragon Sniper loadout. Now this is the same map that I showed in my first Uncharted 3 video. I do have some, gameplays of the other map of Chateau, but I wanted to get a sniper video out here because I want to talk about a few things about the sniper. And this is obviously, if you've played the beta, the better map for sniping. I do have some really good gameplays on Chateau even with the sniper, but I figured this would be the best choice for my second video. Now, before we get into all the stuff about the sniper, I want to talk about this little airplane sequence here. I don't know if it's just something with the way they have the matchmaking set up right now, but I'm sure it's not how they intended it. But for my personal play experience, I get villains a lot. I almost never. I know I have heroes right here in this video, but it is very rare when I get heroes. And it's very, very apparent that it's a lot harder to play this beginning part of the map here when you spawn as villains. You spawn out in the trucks. And it is very hard to take this plane, especially if you're, not with a very good team. I tend to play with at least one or two people that are pretty decent, so we usually take over the plane. But if not, it can be rough. You can start off really behind if you're villains trying to take a hold of this plane. Especially if, like I said, if you're good and you have a good team and you spawn on the plane, it's pretty much game over in terms of, start off 8-0, 10-0 a lot of times, and that's a really good lead to get into a 50-kill team deathmatch. It's very hard because when you're in the trucks, they're moving. But if you do spawn as villains and you're not very good at taking over the plane, just wait it out. There's nothing that requires you to take over that plane, other than the fact that, I want to get on there and I want to do good. The Drake's on a plane medal that you get at the end of that sequence, if you're on the winning team, is only received by if you're leading in score. Taking over the plane has nothing to do with. A lot of people, even good players, for a long time were thinking that you had to have more people on the plane, you had to have control of the plane. No, just lead in kills. So if you're not good at taking over the plane, you're going to die a lot jumping. If you still haven't figured out when you're going to fall on those trucks, that was very frustrating when it first started. You'd go to jump from truck to truck, and your guy would just kick off the truck and hit the ground and fall down. But I've reached a point now where I know exactly when my guy's going to make the jump, when he's not. I'll hold back, climb back in the truck if I know he's not going to make the jump, things like that. Like I said, just if you're playing that sequence, don't hurt your team falling off a bunch of times, running into where they have the doors trapped. Just go ahead and wait it out until you get to this point here. Another thing that's about that opening sequence also is if you're in that middle truck towards the end, you are going to die. Get out of that middle truck, because that is the truck that the plane comes through and shoots every single time. Also, if you're heroes or just anyone and you see an enemy in that truck as the plane's flying in, just try and get a shot on them at all. Even if you can't finish them off, just hit them with 1 or 2 bullets, something like that, because when that plane kills them, it's going to give you the kill then. Because it's not going to award it to the plane. It's going to award it to the player that damaged them the most. So just a few little things there for the beginning. Now when you get to this part here, obviously this is where the sniper really starts to shine. It's a much more open map than Chateau. A lot of people seem to think that the sniper is broken. There's a lot of complaints on the forums about, please Naughty Dog, fix the snipers, make it like Uncharted 2. Well, that's the biggest issue with most people complaining about the sniper, is that it's not like Uncharted 2. There is nothing wrong with the sniper in this game. It is a 2 body shot, 1 headshot kill every single time. It's completely accurate. If you are pointed on their head, it's going to connect and it's going to hit them. I mean, the hit detection is actually really good on this game. Sometimes you'll shoot a little lower, maybe than their head, like, neck area, and it'll still give you a headshot, but that's fine. If you are on them, though, it will give you that hit detection. Now, like I said, a lot of people's complaints with the sniper is that in Uncharted 2, when you pressed L1, instead of going straight into the scope like you do on this game, it brought up an over-the-shoulder view. And you could then adjust your aim a little bit more and take your shot, or if you wanted to, just stay in that over-the-shoulder and take your sniper shots right there. I personally didn't like sniping in the over-the-shoulder. I thought it was a little cheap, so I would go ahead and go into scope every time. All of my sniper shots, pretty much, except for a few panicked ones, were always in scope in Uncharted 2. Most of my friends, though, didn't scope at all. All they did was use the over-the-shoulder aim, and some of them did very, very well with it. But personally, I thought, like I said, that it wasn't really intended for that, and I didn't want to use it like that. Plus, for me, if I'm going to use an over-the-shoulder view, it's like I've said on SOCOM, I would much rather just, you know, use an assault rifle. If I want to snipe, I want to get a sniper scope, and I want to feel like I, you know, did something when I popped them in the face. Now, like I said, for the people complaining about this sniper rifle change, I don't know what to tell you other than get used to it, because Naughty Dog clearly realized that that's not how they wanted their sniper to be used, and they fixed it for this game. They weren't going to change it, you know, when they released Uncharted 2 and they saw that almost no one was using the actual sniper scope. They weren't going to change it, make a lot of people mad. They just left it like it is. But, you know, now that this is the next game, they said, no, we don't want the sniper to be used that way, especially when it's a loadout option. This thing would be crazy overpowered if you could over-the-shoulder scope with it. But as it stands right now, it is definitely not overpowered. Yes, it is a, you know, you can get some quick kills with it if you're really good with it, but it also has a very high learning curve in the sense that if you miss, if you're not very good with a sniper, you're gonna die. Or just like right there where I, you know, take 2 shots, hit 2 different people, you know, I'm not killing them. Yes, my buddies cleaned it up, but it's very easy to die when you're using the sniper class. Not everyone is going to be able to pull off some of these gameplays like you're going to see here. So that being said, it's a very rewarding class to use because you actually feel like you did something, you accomplished something whenever you get, you know, some really nice headshots right in a row and wreck the other team. Or for me, you know, I have fun jumping and rolling, you know, being in scope, taking a shot. If I miss, or even if I don't miss and I just get a body shot, roll to the left, roll to the right, and then swing scope that next sniper shot at them. I get a lot of enjoyment for that, especially when you end up doing that and your first shot is a headshot. But if you're not used to it, just go ahead and play around with it. You know, I'm sure when the full game comes out, there'll be some private matches. You'll be able to go in and, you know, get some practice with it if you're not good with the sniper. Maybe, you know, load up another friend or a split screener. But right now, like I said, just this is what the beta's for. Just get used to stuff. You know, I mean, it's for finding glitches, it's for finding bugs, and it's for giving people a taste of the game. You know, I don't think that they need to go ahead and placate all the people that, you know, haven't taken the time to get good with this weapon and dumb it down to the point to where it's going to affect the gameplay that much. Right now, the game is, and for a loadout-based game, it's pretty balanced. I mean, like I said, the AK is really good for up close, but it's not very good at range. You can get some kills with it, but it's definitely not what you're going to be wanting using on really long maps. The Gmal is fantastic for long range, but up close, it can be a little dicey sometimes. Now, the Dragon Sniper is amazing at long range, pretty good at medium range, but man, it is rough at close range, so it is definitely balanced. I mean, if you kill someone that has an AK and they're 5 feet from you, and you have that sniper rifle, yeah, that was something that should not happen unless you know, the guy with the sniper earned it. So it's one of those things. Like I said, I hope they leave it alone. I hope they don't fix it. They've already released a couple big patches on this game. One major patch that changed a bunch of stuff, but that's one thing. You know, they're gonna tweak this game, guys. If you don't like how it is, you know, go on the forums and let them know. Don't let all the negative people control the forums, because that was part of the problem with Uncharted 2. When Modern Warfare came out, a lot of people complained, oh, this game takes too many bullets, and, you know, it needs to drop people quicker. And they went and they changed the bullet damage and they changed the health and made it so that people died a lot quicker. Now, that was right before I actually stopped playing the game, so I didn't actually experience this myself, but a lot of my friends that were still on this game left the game when that happened because it no longer felt like the same game. They're like, if I wanted to play, you know, a game where people dropped instantly, I have Call of Duty, I'll go play Call of Duty. I like this game because it was different, it had a different feel. And people loved the game. You know, there's no reason to go change a game that people are enjoying. You know, it's much better to just put something different out there and let people choose. That way, when they get bored of Call of Duty, they have another game to play. If you make it exactly like Call of Duty, no one's going to want to go play this. They'll go play Call of Duty because there's going to be a lot more people on Call of Duty, things like that. Most people are buying this game for the single player, and the multiplayer is just a nice add-on. But, you know, like I said, they're going to be patching this game. They've already, you know, really tried to get some of the technical stuff, a lot of the bugs, a lot of the glitches where you couldn't pick up stuff, just all kinds of things like that. They patched like right there where I saved a bunch of my kickback medals. I hadn't used my smoke bombs. I should have used them a little more than what I did. I wouldn't have died so much, but you know, people didn't like that. People were stacking all their medals and holding on to them, and they could use them all, you know, at one time, or people could pull out a bunch of RPGs or whatever. But to me, I didn't find that as an issue. But that's fine. If they want to change it like that, it's okay. The only one that it really seems to have affected negatively is the smoke bomb, like that I use actually. So now the smoke bomb's kind of useless if you can't stack your medals, because you know, if you get an RPG, as soon as you get the medals to get the RPG, go ahead and call it in. You're not losing anything. You can call it in right away. You can run up, shoot your 2 RPGs. Even those RPGs, since you've already spent your medals, are accruing towards, you know, more medals to get yourself another RPG. Smoke bomb is really hurt by this new patch because you're not supposed to use smoke bomb right away. Smoke bomb is supposed to get you out of a tight situation. As soon as you get your smoke bomb ready, you're not supposed to press up on the D-pad and smoke bomb on the way. That's one I think they need to fix. Maybe they need to make it so that it takes a few more medals to, you know, get your smoke bomb, but definitely smoke bomb needs to stack. So hopefully that'll get addressed before the actual game releases. But to wrap this up, guys, I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, you know the drill. Also, there's a link in the description. Please bump this on the Respawn Army Facebook app. It'll really help me get noticed by Machinima and get some more views on some of these videos. Thanks, guys.